On the first day of Christmas, my Python gave to me Carl eating some crow. You know where that. Anyway, welcome to the Equinox, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Siriani, Carl Maglowski, Ming Chen pushing the buttons. Final show of 2025. Carl, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Ming, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Welcome back, gentlemen. Happy holidays.
Thank
And
you.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Yep. All right, so we got a lot to dive into. Well, this episode is going to be updates football episode, but we're also going to reflect on some sports moments because 2025, I tell you, that went by way too quickly, quicker than I expected. In a snap, exactly. So we're going to get into the craziness that is the NFL in week 16. So, Carl, the Birds did it. Took a little bit, but they did it. They clinched the NFC East for the second consecutive year, the first time in 21 years that we had a consecutive back-to-back NFC East champion. Last time that happened was 2003 to 2004. And
that was the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep, that was the Philadelphia Eagles. That was the last team to do it.
Yes.
Now, be honest, the Eagles looked like crap in the first half against the Commanders, who were banged up and buried already. But, hey, listen, you did what you had to do. But I got to tell you, if you're going into the playoffs, I think you're probably going to have to make some adjustments because you can't go in the playoffs like that.
Well, I'm more pissed off that Jake Elliott missed 3 kicks in a row.
Yeah.
He missed 2 field goals, and basically he missed 3 kicks because they were all first kick was, I think, a 57-yarder.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close. And then the other field goal was, I think, 47.
Mm-hmm.
Missed it. Offsides on the Commanders, and I think it brought it down to 43, and shanked that one too.
Yeah, not what you want to see from your kicker. And Jake Elliott's been for a long time.
No.
So that was the first Saturday game. The next Saturday game was bonkers. So we're going to get into the Eagles a little bit later, but I want to mention that the Chicago Bears probably had the biggest win in the history of their in the last 7 years.
Yes.
I'm going to say. Because the Green Bay Packers come into Soldier Field, which is also another topic of discussion. I didn't mention the Bears, what's going on there in that situation. But the Bears had the Packers come into Soldier Field. They were down by 11 late in the fourth quarter. They kick a field goal, and then the onside kick happened. The Bears were down by 8. And then Romeo Dobbs, Romeo Worthforth, Romeo, where were you on the onside kick? Because Bob with the onside kick, the Bears get another chance. And Caleb Williams had a beautiful, beautiful drive.
Yeah.
And the Bears won their first game against the Packers in they won last year, but their first legitimate win against the Packers in probably 7 years. They haven't beaten the Packers like this in a long time. And Caleb Williams, he was criticized a lot during his rookie year, but I think we can officially say Ben Johnson turned everything around for this Bears team because they looked so complete that night.
They did. The one thing about the Bears, if they're down, they don't quit. They always play till the final zeros on the end on the clock. So they've been winning 1-score games all year. So it was a good weekend for them because with them pulling out the win, they now are leading in the MC North. And with what happened on Sunday with the Lions and Steelers, they clinched the playoff berth also.
That is their first playoff berth since 2020.
Yes.
And they're on pace to win their first division title since 2018.
Now, when we go our picks, this week coming up is going to be tough because they're playing a team that is trying to get the number 1 overall seed in our conference in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they win out, they're the 1 seed.
That's correct. Correct.
This is going to be tricky because now it doesn't matter if they can't lose out because here's the thing. If they lose out, say they lose to the Niners, then they're 11-5.
Correct.
Okay. Then if next week when Detroit comes in, the Lions are going to, if they're mathematically eliminated, Dan Campbell and the Lions are going to try to mess with the The Bears.
They're going to try and do everything they can to at least cost them the NFC North title.
Yes. So if that's the
Running
case,
the Lions are not.
yes. So if that's the case, if they lose out and the Packers win their final two, the Packers win the division.
Yeah, but you got to remember that loss for the Packers killed them because now the Lions are still mathematically alive, and I think they're the only wild card team that can still possibly get in. The unfortunate thing for the Packers is that tie could really kill them.
Yes.
That tie, like this is why ties should be eliminated from the NFL because it's a weird scenario where 10-6, like say they go 10-6-1 or 9-7-1 and the Lions go 10-7. You're out by half a game and it's just weird. And then tiebreakers don't even come into fruition.
Right.
So the Packers, they got a big task against Baltimore. We'll get into that in a little bit, but they got to win that and then they got to beat the Vikings, which should be easy. I think the Packers should be in.
Yeah, because the Vikings are out because Vikings, J.J. McCarthy's out Thursday because of a fracture in his hand.
Yep, they suffered.
So they'll probably shut him down. They'll probably shut him down for the rest of the year.
They might shut down all the Viking starters this year because I think the last thing they want is anyone getting hurt. So
yeah,
and it's a shame because J.J. McCarthy was doing so well the last few games, and then he gets hurt again.
Yep.
So now questions start to rise about him, and I honestly don't know if Viking fans can even. I think long-term Viking fans are looking at this like, okay, I think we took a big gamble on this, and I don't know if it's really paying off.
Well, they're stuck with him because he was a first-round draft pick, so they're stuck with him for another 2 years.
Can you imagine what would happen if they hadn't let Sam Darnold walk?
Yep.
Speaking of Sammy D, what a game on Thursday night against the Los Angeles Rams in Seattle.
Yes.
They were down 30-14 late in the fourth quarter, like 5 minutes left to go in the fourth. Yep. They get a big punt return for a touchdown by Rashid Shaheed. Yep. They go for 2, make it 30-22. They get a key stop, and then they score another 2-point conversion touchdown thanks to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And then, boom, they force overtime. Rams score thanks to Puka Nacua, but then the Seahawks score, and then in overtime, they get the touchdown, and then they go for 2 because the last thing anyone watches is for a game like this to end in a tie. Right?
Correct.
Ties stink. So they go for 2, and it was a beautiful, beautiful play design. And Sammy D found a guy wide open down the middle. Seahawks are now in first place in the NFC West. Who would have thought this would come? And it's the first time they're in first place in their division since, again, 2020. Hindsight 2020. But again, like this is just like what a week of football this was. It wasn't just like the Saturday games and the Thursday games. Like we had a couple really good Sunday games. All like for example, the Patriots and Ravens game. Yep. Patriots came back after being down by double digits in Baltimore. They clinched a playoff spot. Baltimore is now in a little bit of a hole here because they got to win out and hope that Pittsburgh loses out. The Pittsburgh-Detroit game, we'll get into that in a little storyline there. And just some really like overtime games. They had a couple good overtime games. Yep. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are back, and I think that we're starting to see a new regime in Miami because we saw no Tua Tagovailoa. And
but I think how we talked about it last week on our other Equinox show.
Yeah.
How Quinn Ewers, man, that was a bad move, man.
Bad.
So now here's the thing. Now you can't. Now is he committing back to Tua this week, or are you staying with Quinn Ewers?
Well, I think they're probably going to keep benching it. They're going to keep him benched probably because the problem with the Dolphins is they're looking like they're going to move on from everybody. Like they're going to clean house. They fired Chris Greer earlier this year. Yeah. Tua's probably gone. Mike McDaniel's definitely gone. And the only thing I can really think of right now is like, who is your replacement head coach going to be for the future? Because this team's cleaning house. They're not going anywhere this year. No. And if they stick with the same formula that Stephen Ross had, they're not going to go anywhere at all.
No. What they need to do is they probably got to get under Tyreek Hill's contract too.
Yeah, and that's another guy that could potentially be gone because Tyreek Hill isn't too thrilled about what's going on in Miami.
Right.
So, a lot of questions in Miami. And then back to Detroit for a second because the Pittsburgh Steelers claimed another winning season. They beat the Detroit Lions in Detroit, but not without a little bit of a problematic case from DK Metcalf.
Well, but DK Metcalf and also that strange last play at the end of the game.
I didn't understand that, but like,
so what happened was, they were driving. So what happened was the Lions were driving. So Jared Goff hit Amon-Ra St. Brown for a pass, I guess, for a 10-yard line. Okay. Yeah. He fumbles it. Jared Goff picks it up. He saw it, so he saw the fumble. Jared Goff picks it up.
Yeah.
And he runs it in for a touchdown. But since Amon-Ra St. Brown pushed off, it was OPI, offensive penalty.
Right.
So with that, there's no review for a fumble recovered for a touchdown. So if it was on defense, yes. Offense, automatically game over. See ya.
Yeah, and that was a crushing way to lose for the Lions. They could not afford a loss like that.
Yep.
So now they got 2 games against the Vikings and Bears, respectively. They have to win out, and they have to hope the Packers lose out in order to have a shot at the playoffs, like we mentioned before. And I hate to say it, Aaron Rodgers does the Lions dirty yet again because even in black and yellow, he still finds a way to beat the Lions. He's done it over the course of his career, and he does it again. But back to the DK Metcalf incident. So for those of you who don't know the story about that, so DK Metcalf went into a stand in Ford Field, saw a fan, and decked him. And basically what happened was later on he was like, oh, this guy said a racial slur about me. And I didn't like the way he was talking. But reports came out later on today that the guy did not say a racial slur about DK Metcalf. He was saying some other nonsense that was not inappropriate at all. And DK Metcalf, I guess, misunderstood what the guy was saying and went to the stands and decked him.
Wow.
I get it. I understand it. I misunderstand some things sometimes. I don't do that. But I think the fans should have learned a little bit more to maybe not mess with the players. Watch the game.
Yeah.
So DK Metcalf suspended for the final 2 games of the season. The Steelers are playing the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens in the final 2 games. Pittsburgh wins this week. They're going to be AFC North Division champions.
Only if Baltimore loses.
Only if Baltimore loses. True, because they're only 1 game in front. But wait, hold on. I got to see like the division records between the 2 of them, because don't Pittsburgh have a better division record than Baltimore does?
Because they do. So Steelers have to win.
Yes.
So if Steelers win, because Baltimore is 8-9. So Baltimore is the Ravens are 7-8.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter. They don't need them to win, so they don't need nothing.
Yeah.
All the Steelers have to do is win Sunday.
Yes.
Don't worry about what Saturday happens Saturday. If Green Bay, if the Packers beat the Ravens, then you win the division.
Yes.
Say if Baltimore wins. If the Ravens win Saturday, all the Steelers have to do is win Sunday and you're in.
Correct.
If they lose, then winner take all next week in Pittsburgh. Yep.
That is going to be something. And
Matt, I think the Ravens are going to lose because when you're up by 11 points and you don't give Derrick Henry the ball,
right,
and he was not happy and he gave him a look, I have a feeling they're going to clean house next year in the offseason.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that John Harbaugh is going to be out as a coach.
Really?
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of turmoil, dude. He's been there for all these years, and yeah, he's won one. He won 1 Super Bowl with Joe Flacco.
Right.
But all these years with Lamar, he's not doing nothing.
Hasn't worked out.
Now, is Derrick Henry going to be back with the Ravens next year, or is he going to want to be out and go to another team?
So he signed that 5-year contract with Baltimore. Or was it 3-year contract? He signed a contract with Baltimore. They could trade him away if they really want to, if he's unhappy in Baltimore, which honestly, if the Ravens miss the playoffs, I wouldn't blame him one bit. But I think if John Harbaugh gets fired, that would be probably something that not a lot of people would expect. Now, I expect like certain coaches, like again, Mike McDaniel to get fired. I'd expect maybe guys like Zach Taylor to get fired, but not John Harbaugh, who's been there for 18 years and has a reputation and a really good one.
Yeah, but
you're wasting Lamar's years, as you pointed out.
But when Andy Reid was there with the Eagles for 14 years, you didn't even think he was going to get fired, but he got fired.
Well, 2012 was not a good year for the Eagles.
You know, they finished 8-8.
2011 they did. 2012 they finished 4-12, and Philly fans wanted him out.
4-12. So 4-12, and then they got rid of him. So he was there for 14 years. So John Harbaugh is a special teams head coach.
He was, yeah.
He has nothing to do with offense or defense. He's just a special teams guy. He became a head coach. If they could get somebody better, but at some point it's like Mike Tomlin with the Steelers. It's like how much time can one person be there before the message gets stale in the locker room? You know what I'm saying?
Right, and I get that. But you gotta remember, you mentioned the Mike Tomlin thing. We talked about that before. Mike Tomlin a couple weeks ago, they were chanting "Fire Tomlin" in Heinz Field.
Right.
And the Steelers have won a couple games, and they're in first place in the division. Now all of a sudden, Steelers fans love Mike Tomlin, and nothing's wrong with him. But come playoff time, if they lose again in the playoffs, then the questions arise yet again. But again, you gotta give Mike Tomlin some flowers at least, because he's been the Steelers head coach since 2007. He has not had one losing season.
Right. Now, here's a question, Matt. Say the Steelers wins on Sunday and they clinch the division, okay?
Yeah.
Do you think, whenever the season's over, do you think he'll talk to Rodgers, say, hey, can you give me one more? Or do you think this is it for him?
Well,
if they make the playoffs,
yeah.
do you think he comes back for one more, and I'll give you one more year and see what happens? Because at the end of the year, we were on a nice streak, and we got rolling.
It's a good question. I think the main thing I can say about it all is that Aaron Rodgers, I can see he's getting old. It's showing in his play. And very few people could play at the age of 42 and actually do well, unless you're a unicorn like Phillip Rivers and you could just turn back the clock and play well, which that was something we didn't even discuss, like Monday Night Football. Phillip Rivers played really well, but that's not his headline right now. But Aaron Rodgers, I think, is just ready to retire. He looks beat up. He looks like he's washed. Like, if they win the division, great. If they make the playoffs, great. They're not going to get far in the playoffs. Although I will say the AFC, I think, is wide open now. That Kansas City and Baltimore and Cincinnati might not make the playoffs, which I think is kind of amazing.
Right. Now, here's the thing. What if he says, you know what, I'll give one more year. Let's see if we can improve. I think we have a good team here. Now, regardless, I think in the draft, they got to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
If they got to, like, say, move up in the draft to get a quarterback. Now, I don't see no good potential quarterbacks in this year's draft.
No.
But they got to get one.
Yeah, they need to build a guy up for the future, because ever since Ben Roethlisberger retired, all Pittsburgh's been doing is taking veteran QBs and trying to turn back time with them. And that's not the way it works. Like, they did that with Russell Wilson last year. They're doing it with Aaron Rodgers this year. And that's not necessarily how you build and develop as a franchise. You need to start a young guy. They got Kenny Pickett a few years ago, and that faded away very quickly.
Yeah, that didn't last.
That did not last long at all. Like, listen, I get the veteran approach. I get it. Some teams do that. But for this case, it's not the way to win football games.
And I don't even know if there's any good quarterback out there that you could say is potential a franchise quarterback.
That's in their reach. Because, like, the really only thing that you can actually bet on is possibly Fernando Mendoza, but he's going to go, like, in the top 5 picks of the draft.
He's going to the Jets.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Raiders.
Yeah, so you're looking at, like, Fernando Mendoza going number 1 or, like, within the top 5. And Pittsburgh's not going to be there.
Carson Beck
of Miami, that's a good one.
But do you really trust Carson Beck? I don't know.
Not really.
I don't. Let me see.
I don't know if you heard the fallout with Diego Pavia and what's going on with him.
Oh yeah, he screwed up himself when he made a statement after the Heisman Trophy was awarded. Yeah,
basically criticizing the Heisman voters. That was not smart, and actually, like, people hate him now because of that. So, like, well, going back to what you alluded to, this quarterback class is not good.
No,
except for one player.
Yeah.
Now, other positions I like the way this class is looking, but quarterback is going to be a big, big deficiency in 2026. And if you're outside the top 5 and you're looking for a quarterback, you're SOL. So
Yep.
that's the biggest problem. And speaking of the draft, I mentioned to Carl earlier today, before we came on, that next week's gonna be a big game for the New York Giants because they're 2-13. The Raiders are 2-13. The loser gets the #1 pick in the draft, and the Giants haven't had the #1 pick in the draft since 1965. And I'd like to keep that streak going. I just don't, because like we don't need it. We
No.
don't need it. Like, we got Jackson Dart. We have Cam Scatterby. Like, we have a good young core of players. Like, I think Brian Burns is our lead player on defense. The problem is, like, we need better coaching. We don't need the #1 pick in the draft. And what would we do with it?
Right.
Like, we'd probably trade it away.
Well, you could trade away for draft picks.
Yeah, we'd probably get a lot of draft capital out of it.
That's
a good point.
I think it's gonna be the Raiders, dude. I think the Raiders are gonna be the #1 pick. Get the
Yeah.
But they're gonna be the first pick. They're gonna be a team to pick first in the draft.
And you know what? They need it because that team is horrible. Like, absolutely horrible.
Yes.
Like, if you think we're a shit show, they're a shit show.
Yep.
So that's going to be a highly anticipated game for all the wrong reasons. I mean, 1965, think of it, 61 years since the Giants had the #1 overall pick. Ming wasn't even born yet.
None of us were.
Wait, hold on. What year is that?
1965?
Okay, I was not born yet.
Yeah, exactly.
15 years before my time.
15 years before my time, and about 33 years before my time. And 31 years before our audience's time.
Yeah.
But so that's the NFL side of things. And I mentioned that Carl's eating crow. We're gonna get into college football right now. And we're gonna get into this something that happened in Norman, Oklahoma. So if you listen to us on 107.7 The Bronx this past Wednesday, Carl was the only one who said, I'm taking Oklahoma over Alabama.
I was right. In the first half, they were winning. It was 17-0, and then all of a sudden, Oklahoma stopped playing.
Yeah. Keywords, you were right. You were. For a half. It was 17-0, and then Alabama outscored Oklahoma 34-7 the rest of the way.
Yeah, and Alabama didn't even have enough yards. Oklahoma had more yards than Alabama, but Alabama still won the game.
Yeah, Alabama was outgained by Oklahoma in total yards.
Yeah.
Although Oklahoma, I think, defensively shot themselves in the foot a lot. Ty Simpson finally came alive in the second half. He needed that because he's been slacking the last few games. The SEC championship game, he looked terrible. The Iron Bowl, they almost lost. And then the South Carolina game, they basically almost pooped themselves. Like, it was just a bad last few weeks. And I think it all because he was trying to grieve from his mother passing away. But right. he got back on the horse.
Right.
He's where he needs to be. But now they got to go to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California.
Yes.
The #1 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Right. Now, here's the thing.
I have no idea.
Are we doing our so the picks that we do tonight?
Yeah.
For the bowl for the upcoming bowl play for the college football playoff.
Uh-huh.
Is that going to be the same thing we do on Saturday, or that's totally different?
It's going to be the same thing.
So, because if we think something's, if we pick who we pick tonight, and then Saturday we go over there, because now it's 2 people over 1, and that's who the fan vote we're going for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. We do have a fan in here. Just letting you know, you can't see in studio, but I'm in the studio with Ming and a fan of the show. But anyway, we made a little punishment for Carl. He basically said he'd take a punishment if Alabama did beat Oklahoma. So you're eating crow, and we usually do like a karaoke punishment. We did that once upon a time on the show.
Yeah.
We can't do it this week because you're not in studio. If you were in studio, Ming would have to put up wheelofnames.com and pick a song for you.
That's fine. I can eat crow next time next time we're back.
I love that idea.
That's fine.
What, Ming, what was the last song that Carl sang for punishment? I forget what
it was.
1985.
Bowling for Soup.
It was 1985.
Bowling for Soup.
Oh, it was such a good song. I know that one of the options was Barbie Girl, which Ming was like, "Don't let him sing Barbie Girl."
No.
It was.
No.
I must have had like 30 songs up there on wheelnames.com with a few spin agains, and Carl was like, "I hope I get a spin again forever, just so this drags on." But Carl got the punishment. Now he has to do it again, and I love punishments.
That's fine.
Especially
the last time we had a bet, you ate crony, had to eat the sandwich on live air. So.
Oh yeah, I remember I ate the what was it, the liverwurst sandwich I ate?
Yeah, with the chocolate, with the Hershey's sauce.
Yeah, I put Hershey's chocolate sauce on a liverwurst sandwich.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
I told you it was good.
It was good. With chocolates, it's sauce on it. It's a little weird, but
I wouldn't have done that with the chocolate syrup though. But
Thing and Carl were like, "Dude, don't do that to yourself." And I'm like,
yeah.
"I gotta."
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
It's amazing how fast this year flew by. I remember everything about everything this year. But anyway, back to the college football playoff. We did have a slugfest of a game, a little bit of a snoozer between Miami and Texas A&M at College Station. Carson Beck and the Hurricanes pulled it out 10-3, but there were a lot of turnovers, a bunch of missed field goals, and a late interception for Texas A&M in the final minute sealed their fate. And now Miami, who was edged out for Notre Dame, is going on to the next round. And I know Carl's not too happy about that because I know you weren't happy about Notre Dame getting edged out for the playoff, but I think this just solidifies that the committee made the right choice.
They did. I'm glad they deserve it. They played better. You know, they played better than Texas A&M. They got in.
Yeah.
They were one of the top 12 teams. Yeah. So, a lot better game than the two games following that, which
the nightcap was horrible.
They were horrible. So that's telling you those two teams should have been in the playoff, dude.
But like, I get what the committee is trying to do. They're trying to give group of 5 teams or lower conference champions a chance, and you're not a fan of that. I can see you're shaking your head.
No, it's got to be the best 12 teams. What they said earlier was the group of 4. They have their own thing, and then they should do a thing of a group of 5. You know what I'm saying?
That's technically their own thing because Division II football has their own championship, the FCS championship.
So then do the group of 5, or you just can't have those two. It's fine for basketball, dude.
Well, yeah, obviously for March Madness, it's fine.
For March Madness, you could have that upset, or you can have a mid-major win 2 games and get to Sweet 16, or maybe Elite 8. But for the football, no, you can't have. Dude, you can't have a 41-10.
No.
And then at halftime, it was 34-3.
Yeah, that was unpretty.
No, so Oregon stopped playing. It's like, no, it's not good. It's not good. You know, it's good for basketball, but football, man,
it's a different story.
Little guy can't play against the big boys in that type of college football.
And I think what also gives you credit to your point is remember when Boise State was a top 4 seed in the college football playoff last year?
Yeah.
And they got trounced by, I forget who the 6th seed was.
Penn State.
It was Penn State. Remember when they got trounced by Penn State?
Yeah.
So that just adds to your point, which I understand it. For basketball, group of 5s are okay.
Yes.
For football, it's not the most pleasant thing. Because like I said, I shut off James Madison, Oregon by halftime.
Right.
I shut it off. Because it was that bad.
Yeah.
And again, Ole Miss and Tulane. People are like, "Oh my God, it's a rematch from earlier in the year. Tulane has a chance that Ole Miss got rid of Lane Kiffin." Well, that wasn't the case.
I told you Ole Miss was going to be playing. I told you Ole Miss was going to be playing good.
That was they
don't miss Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, that was a big suck at Lane Kiffin game.
Yeah.
That's basically what that was.
Yeah, you want to lead, coach? We'll show you.
Yeah, and they did what they were supposed to do.
Yep.
Weak opponent, but they did it.
Yep.
And now, I think those are 2 games. I mean, my thing is, like, I was fine with James Madison getting in because 5 conference champions. But like I said, like you said, Cinderella got knocked out twice in those college football playoff games. It wasn't fun. It wasn't entertaining.
Now, say if they lost by a touchdown or by 10 points, okay, it was close all the way through the game. But Williams not even close after halftime. No.
Although one thing I will say, and you're going to say this is BS, but James Madison did cover the spread against Oregon.
Yeah, but Oregon stopped playing, dude.
Yeah, I know they put up garbage time points when the game was out of reach. But
Yeah.
at least James Madison can say they cover, but that's not really the most pleasant thing to say.
No.
So we got other things to discuss. We got our Week 17 NFL spread picks. But before we get into that, 2025 is almost over. I like to reflect. And what better way to reflect than get our top 3 sports moments in for the year? And we might even ask like Megan, our fan in here to contribute. But Carl, I gotta ask you, what were your top 3 sports moments of 2025? I gotta ask you.
Well, number one was seeing the Eagles demolish the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Right.
I thought they would win, but I didn't think they were going to blow them out, and they blew them out bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was number one. I was also thinking what my other 2 would be, and then my other ones were you're gonna like this one. I also like how for baseball that I was surprised that the Houston Astros didn't make the playoffs.
Yes.
Number 2, and let's see, and number 3. Let's see. Oh, and I was also thinking about too. And number 3 of his biggest surprises was the collapse of the New York Mets.
Oh yeah, that was
number 3. That was number 3. I had all multiple ones. I was thinking like how St. John's came from nowhere to win the Big East Conference.
That was a good story.
How they won the Big East regular season and then conference championship.
Yeah.
With what the Astros not making the playoffs, and then how the Mets got Soto and they didn't even make the playoffs at all. You know.
Yeah.
I had to go that with over St. John's. I could have said how Houston was winning the final, was winning the championship game. A couple minutes left to play, and then they collapsed.
Oh yeah,
against Florida. But I went with Houston and the Mets.
Okay, so my top 3 sports moments of 2025, and this is very hard because New York sports hasn't been too good this year. But my top 3 moments of 2025 are as follows. Game 3 of the wild card series between the Yankees and the Red Sox, where Cam Schlittler struck out 12 batters. That's number 1 because this kid was untouchable against the Boston Red Sox. So that's number 1. Number 2, Aaron Judge winning his 3rd MVP award because that man is proven time and time again that age is not a factor for him. At 33 years old, he's still killing it, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to do that for the rest of his contract. And then number 3, oh my God, number 3. It's a tough one. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, wow, this is tough. Tougher than I thought. I guess I'll have to say the Eagles being the Giants being the Eagles on Thursday Night Football back in Week 7. Those are the 3 things that I can think of. What do you think, Carl?
I like your top 2. I'm not surprised. I'm shocked that you went number 3, Giants being the Eagles in Week 7.
What did you think 3 was going to be?
About the Mets, maybe, because with what Soto did.
Yeah, I know, because Juan Soto, that $765 million contract and no playoffs first year. Also, if you're a Mets fan, God help you, because you lose Pete Alonso to the Orioles, you lose Edwin Diaz to the Dodgers. Jeff McNeil is now with
now he's with the Vegas A's.
Yep, he's with the A's. It's just a disaster. The Mets are losing all their core players.
Yeah, they got they traded Nimmo to the Rangers.
Nimmo went to the Rangers. Yep, their core guys are gone.
Yep.
And if you're a Mets fan, 2026, you might want to bring dumpster fire. And the amazing thing is, like, these guys are getting traded away, and there's no offers at all.
No.
Like Steve Cohen, the richest owner in baseball, didn't even make an offer for these guys.
No, they just like letting them go.
Yeah, that's not right. Now, before we get to our spread picks, I gotta get into Ming here. What are your
Hold on, Matt. So before we let Ming do his 3 surprising things of 2025,
yeah,
I have some other breaking news for you.
Okay.
This is about our Team USA for WBC.
Oh yeah, the World Baseball Classic.
So Bryce Harper officially put his name in the hat. He's gonna be a member of the Team USA.
He did say that. I saw the confirmation. That's cool.
So you got Harper, Schwarber, Paul Skeens. Dude, I think we can't lose. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be Japan probably, but with Otani and all those guys, but we have a good team right now on paper to make it to a championship game.
Japan pisses me off because every time we play them in baseball, whether it be the Olympics or the WBC, they always have our number. There's a reason why Japan has their own baseball league.
Yeah,
it's annoying. I want to beat them for once. It's like in the hockey where Canada always kicks the USA's ass in hockey.
Yeah.
That's what I want the USA to stand tall in a major sporting event, and the World Baseball Classic would be great.
Now, who did we beat when we won the thing? When we won the title, who did we beat?
In what year?
2020.
In 2020?
No, didn't we win it in the first one when it was in San Diego? And
I think Ming's gonna have to confirm this for me.
Also, when what's his name? He played for the Orioles. He was Adam Jones.
Oh yeah,
we beat. Who did we beat? We won it. Who did we beat?
In the 2020 WBC?
Because we beat somebody. Who did we beat in the championship? Who did we beat?
Is that the one where you robbed Manny Machado that home run?
Yes.
That's the Dominican.
Was
it Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
or
DR.
Republic?
The DR.
DR?
Yeah.
Now, who won the last 2? Japan?
Well, Japan won the last one because of that Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani at bat.
Yeah.
And then the one before that, I forget, but I think it was Japan. I'd be shocked if it was.
Or did they didn't play because of COVID?
Well, they had to. Well,
I don't know.
That's a good point. 2013. Okay, here we go. Is there like American?
Is Bing pulling it up?
So 2017 was the USA.
Okay.
Yeah, and we beat the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
But 2020. Yeah, they didn't have it in 2020 because of COVID. So
okay.
The last one we won was in 2017, and then the one before that, the one after that was the one where we lost Japan, and then the next one's this upcoming year. Also, this upcoming year is the World Cup in soccer.
Right.
Watch soccer? No, not really. But hey, I'll give it a watch. Apparently, the championship's in MetLife Stadium.
There you go.
So that's something for the tri-state area. Yeah. But anyway, I got to get back to Ming. Ming, what are your top 3 sports moments of 2025?
All right, number 1, easily Dodgers Blue Jays World Series, but that Game 7 was awesome.
Yeah, the Game 7 was great.
I don't know if we'll see a series like that.
No, you won't.
Anytime soon. But that Game 7 was great. Number 2, Shohei Ohtani, 3 home runs, 10 strikeout game. Again, something we'll probably never see.
That was against the Brewers in the
Yeah, we'll probably never
see. Game 4.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Never again,
except from him.
Yeah,
except from him. And then number 3, I'll give it to Carl. That the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
I guess so.
Good revenge, but I think a lot of people were slobbering over Mahomes, and shut them down pretty quick.
I guess so. I guess I guess that's fair to say. I would ask our fan in the room what his favorite sports moment of 2026 is, or 2025 is, but I don't know if he can come up with 3 moments. I can give him a shot. Is there a mic on our fan? Do you have a mic on him? Oh, yeah, get over here, fan. Get over here.
Sure?
Yes, get over here.
Oh, come on.
Get over here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my good friend for over 15 years, Mr. Giulio Bianchi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good man. Good filmmaker, art author, and one of a kind. So
what's up?
So Giulio, If you had to give us your favorite, I'll give you one. What's your favorite sports moment of 2025?
Ooh, one?
Just one.
Well, this is kind of awkward. I don't watch sports as much, but I think I'm just gonna say. Let me think. I'm gonna say Aaron Judge's MVP.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he's a new guy, and I got to give it to him. He's doing good for his age, and
He is, yeah.
he's unstoppable. I think he's a great player, and I gotta say, if I could pick any great sports moment of this year,
yeah,
that would be it.
I like that. I'll take it. Okay, so now we're gonna end the show the way we do it, and that is our spread picks. And Julio, you're gonna stick around for this. You don't have to pick based on spread, but you can just pick outright. Yeah.
Now, before we do our picks,
yes.
Let your friend tell our audience, what does he do?
Okay, so that's a good point.
Give him the floor. Let him have the floor, Matt.
Right, so Julio, we understand that you published a book not too long ago, and please, the floor is yours. Tell everyone about the book.
Oh, you're too kind. Well, yes, Matthew, thank you. I did publish a book recently, about a month ago. It's called Polly's Perfect First Day of School. It is a book about imperfection and learning. I'm sorry. It is a book about imperfection and learning how to respond when things don't go the way we think they're going to go. I think it's important to know that things don't always have to be perfect and see the beauty in imperfection, because that's the message of the book. Imperfection is perfection. And it's in store online at Amazon Prime. I'm sorry, it's on Amazon right now, just in time for the holidays.
Awesome.
Go buy it now. Merry Christmas.
That's awesome. It's a good holiday gift. And if you're a teacher and you're looking to read a book to your children, Julio's a great author. I've read his work, and he's actually reading the book in front of his workplace therapy garden, which is, go ahead, Joel.
The therapy. Oh my God.
Go ahead, Joel.
The therapy garden is like the best place for speech therapy. It's located in Hazlet, New Jersey, run by my dear friend Luis Renato. Mm-hmm. I'm a peer mentor there, and I have the best time there.
Yeah, and you're making a difference in the lives of people who have disabilities, and I think that's the most important thing that you're doing.
Yes, I work at social events, and I'm always keeping the parties running smoothly and making sure that kids are entertained, having a good time, and I love doing it. I love setting the example for people who are on the spectrum, as a person on the spectrum myself.
You're looking at two people on the spectrum back to back here. So, yes, if you're on the spectrum, just be aware that you have a voice, that you have purpose, and you have meaning, and that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and they're going to be there to pick you up.
And most importantly, never let anything hold you back. Never let anyone say you can't do anything you want to set your mind to.
Right.
And don't ever doubt yourself.
Amen.
Yep.
Amen. Ming with 2 thumbs up. Okay, now
before we do our picks, one more thing to add to my special moment of 2025.
Sure.
This. With me.
Oh, yes, that's right. You got engaged.
Right.
Not engaged. Got
married. That's right.
Yes,
I
got to tell Amy. I got to hype up Amy for that. You know.
Yeah, that's a good thing you did. Hey, listen, if there's one thing I could say, like, speaking of relationships, you got married. It was my first year in a real relationship. Like Samantha.
Yes. I read what Sam wrote to you. Wrote on her post about your birthday yesterday, dude.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, did you guys do anything for your anniversary yet, or no?
Well, our anniversary is on New Year's Eve. We have no idea what we're doing.
All right, so when I see you Saturday in studio, maybe you could tell me what you have planned. Might you have planned that you may surprise her?
Well, I am seeing her on Christmas Eve, so maybe we can plan something. So this is going to take a lot of thinking up in the noggin, but...
Well, you can tell me on Saturday what you have in mind.
Yeah, I can tell you what I have in mind on Saturday. And then usually what's great about Carl is that when I give him an idea, he expands on it. So that's the beauty of having him as my co-host in both radio and in this method on a Shared Universe podcast studio. So thank God for Carl as someone who's a married man. So
yes,
it works out. Okay, without further ado, now let's get into the spread picks. Okay, so because Julio's up here and I don't think he knows much about spreads, we're gonna have him pick games outright. And I think we might have to zoom into the screen here because there we go. That's muy bien. Thank you. All right, so Ming, you're gonna read off the games to us, and we're gonna pick them outright.
All right, let's Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's start the 1:00 game on Thursday. Cowboys at the Commanders.
I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys. The Commanders, I mean, both teams are out of it this year, but I think the Cowboys have a better offense. They're just a better, well-organized team, and then the Commanders have a really banged-up year. A lot of guys got hurt. It's in Washington, but I still think the Cowboys pulled off. Carl, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys also.
Ming?
I hate the Cowboys, but they're the better team. So yes, Cowboys.
All right, Julio.
I guess I'm gonna have to say the Cowboys.
Okay, clean sweep. Next up, Ming. What do you got?
All right, 4:30 game. Lions at the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. Detroit needs this win to stay alive. It's in Minnesota. No JJ McCarthy for the rest of the year. He's shut down. I'm gonna go with the Lions. Carl?
Same thing. I don't like Max Brosmer. He did move the team a little bit on Sunday when JJ got hurt, but I'm going with Jared Goff and the Lions because they needed more.
Oh, Max Brosmer. Okay, Ming.
I think Lions are pissed off from last week. They got this one easily.
Okay, Julio.
I'm gonna have to say the Vikings.
Just to be different?
Yes.
That's fine. That's fine.
I mean Vikings. Yeah.
Skull. Next up, Ming. What do we got?
All right, got the 8:15 game on Christmas. Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is the night game on Christmas Day. The Chiefs are battered. No Mahomes for the rest of the year. Their starters are probably shut down. Their third string quarterback is starting because Gardner Minshew broke his leg.
For his ACL. Done.
And also, this is the biggest spread in favor of a road team in 50 years. I think the Broncos are like a 2-touchdown favorite in this one.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're a 2-touchdown favorite in Arrowhead. And that's actually kind of crazy to me. But I'm going with the Broncos. It's easily for me.
Same. I don't see the Chiefs scoring more than 10 points, dude.
All right, Ming.
I mean, this one's pretty easy. I think the Broncos cover the spread. Chiefs are banged up, demoralized.
Yep.
They're packing it up, and they're going to move it over to their new stadium in 2029.
That's a story that I actually want to get into briefly.
Yeah.
So the Kansas City Chiefs are moving from Kansas City, Missouri to Kansas.
Okay.
And then it's like that's going to happen in 2031. It's a little bit of a weird transition. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, there's another team that's actually moving. That's actually more freakier. When we get to the Bears are actually moving to possibly
Indiana.
Yeah.
Why Indiana?
Because apparently they have like some resources and like I guess their headquarters are up there. And they might move Soldier Field to Indiana. It'd be so weird because Indiana already has a football team.
Yeah, they have the Colts. So why don't build another facility in Chicago?
Because apparently the government of the state of Illinois is just too complicated for the Hallis family.
So they're still going to be called Chicago Bears, but they'll point in Indiana.
It's not unprecedented, Carl.
It's not unprecedented. Hey, listen, the New Jersey Giants and the Giants and Jets play in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and they're still called the New York Giants. So it's not unprecedented, although I don't know, like obviously the name Chicago will probably take a hit.
I know, but at least we're close. We're close, what, half hour over the bridge? But come on, from Illinois to Indiana?
Yeah. It's a big transition. But like,
yeah.
Honestly, if you're George Hallis, who was the inaugural owner of the Chicago Bears, you're looking at this and you're like, what did my family do? Just horrible. I hate it when teams move, especially like this. Although if you're an Arizona Coyotes fan, you move to Utah, you're probably feeling okay about that one. But still, it sucks when a team moves. Anyway, Ming, you said the Broncos are going to cover.
I did, yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Julia, what do you think about the Broncos and Chiefs?
Broncos is my pick.
Okay. Next up, we got Ming.
All right, we got 2 Saturday games. 4:30, Houston Texans at the Chargers.
Texans-Chargers is going to be an interesting one because these are 2 teams that are probably looking like they're playoff ready and a rematch from the playoffs last year. So this could be an interesting one, but it's in LA. Although the Chargers don't get any fans to come to their games, it's actually kind of a shame. I'll go with the Texans. Their defense is hot.
Their whole team is hot, man. I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Okay, Carl.
See, I'm riding with Houston, man. They're the scariest team you don't want to play in the AFC in the playoffs, man. I think they could actually make some damage with that defense, so I got the Texans.
Okay, Texans. Jewel.
Chargers.
All right, I can go with that. Justin Herbert has been playing really good. All right, Ming.
All right, 8:00 game on Saturday. Baltimore Ravens at the Green Bay Packers.
So this is on Sunday Night Football in Lambeau Field. Ravens need this win to stay alive. Go, Pack, go.
Packers.
Packers?
Oh, yeah, Packers. Lamar, is he back? Probably not.
He'll probably not start.
No. And there's no reason for him to at this point. So Green Bay Packers all the way.
Okay,
Packers. Definitely, for sure.
All right. Next up, we got the Buccaneers at the Miami Dolphins. Actually, no. Sorry, man. I stole your line.
No, all good. 1:00. Bucks at Dolphins.
So this is a battle of the state of Florida. The Buccaneers lost a heartbreaker in Carolina. They're in second place in the NFC South now. If they win and Carolina loses their game at home against Seattle, then it's winner take all in Week 18. For that very reason, I'm taking Tampa Bay. Plus, Miami sucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
Buccaneers for sure.
Okay.
Buccaneers.
The Patriots at the New York Jets. What time is that?
Ooh.
It's 1:00.
1:00. Do I need to say anything?
No, you don't.
I don't even. Terrible. JETS stands for just end the season.
Oh my God. Give it up to this guy.
Good one.
That was
good one.
Such clever wordplay.
Thank you.
Next 1 p.m. game. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns.
Steelers need this one to clinch the division. In all likelihood, if Baltimore loses, I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers. Carl?
If Baltimore loses, I don't think they'll play. Actually, yeah. But it's Shador. So here's what's going to happen. So if Baltimore loses and the Steelers already are in the playoffs because they won the division,
yeah,
I think Tom will play his starters for at least a half. And if that's the case, I think if he only plays a half because the division's already clinched, I'm going with Cleveland. If not, then they got to play the whole game. Then I'll go with the Steelers. It all depends on Saturday.
I like that, Ming.
Browns actually looked pretty good last week against the Bills. But Shador, he loves beating himself. So we're going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, Joel.
I guess I'm going to have to pick the Steelers.
Also, word of note, Myles Garrett is only 1 sack away from breaking the single season sack record. He's at 22 sacks. The record is 22 and a half sacks. Myles Garrett gets 1 more sack. He lives in single season sack immortality.
He'll get it within this week or next week. He'll get it.
I think he'll get it this week. I think he gets 1 more this week. All right, next.
Jaguars at the Colts, 1 p.m.
All right. Phillip Rivers, I respect you so much, but I'm going with Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm going with Jacksonville also. The Colts defense is bad after losing Sauce Gardner. Brock Purdy and the Niners put 48 up on them last night.
Yeah.
The Prince is looking good, dude. I'm going with the Jags.
All right.
Jags as well. Although I admire the Colts' heart, but it's not enough.
It will not be enough. Okay, Julio.
Jaguars.
Okay. A game that only your mother can love.
New Orleans Saints at the Tennessee Titans.
These two teams.
Saints. I'm going with the Saints. Kyle Shuck's playing good. I'm going with the Saints.
Okay, I'm going with the Saints as well. Me?
I think they call it a streak. I think if you win a couple in a row, let's go with the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, Julio.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with the Titans.
All right. Cam Warner has been playing pretty well. I'll give him that. All right, next up, we got a very tough one for the Carolina Panthers. They're at home against the Seattle Seahawks at 1 p.m. Sorry, Ming, I stole your line there again.
No, all good.
Okay. Carl, what do you think?
I'm going with the Seahawks because Seahawks need to win out to be the 1 seed in NFC.
That's actually crazy. I'm going with Seattle as well.
Yeah, they got stakes. They're going to take this one. Seattle Seahawks.
Stakes. All right, Julio.
I'm going with the Panthers.
So they can clinch the division in all fairness. All right, next up. Oh, brother, these teams stink.
Want to tell a joke, Matt?
Yeah, we got the Cardinals at the Bengals, 1 p.m.
I'll tell a joke in a second. I'll take the Bengals on this one. All right, Carl.
I'll take the Bungles.
I was born in Ohio. That's the only reason I'm taking the Bengals.
All right, Julio.
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yes.
Oh, brother.
I know. What is it? What's with this schedule, man? We have the New York Giants at the Raiders.
All right, I got a joke now. What smells rotten and puts people to sleep?
What?
Giants.
This game.
Yes.
This damn game. All right. Giants and Raiders, you said?
Yes.
All right. Oh my God. These two teams are terrible.
They are.
You know what? I'm gonna pick who loses. I'm picking the Raiders to lose. Carl?
I think the Giants are going to win. I'm going with the Giants.
Okay.
I think you know what? I think the Giants will pull this one out. I have no rhyme or reason. But
So we all have the Giants winning so far.
I'm a Giants fan. I want the Giants to win. I picked them.
Okay. Next up, we got a really good one.
okay, here we go. Finally, a good game.
Yes.
Philadelphia Eagles, Carl's Eagles versus the Buffalo Bills
Carl?
at Highmark.
What's the spread, Matt?
Oh, man.
I don't know. Do you know the spread?
I can pull it up really
Okay.
quick. But it is in Buffalo. I think it's the last home game in Buffalo up until, I think it's the last home game in Buffalo. That's crazy, actually. 2.5. 2.5.
2.5. 2.5. 2.5 Bills.
2.5 Bills.
Minus 2.5 Buffalo.
All right, so this game doesn't matter for the Eagles. They're already in. I just want the offense looking good, and they're running the ball. As long as they're if they're running the ball with Saquon, they're supposed to be getting back Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter. If they play, and they lose a close one, I'm happy. As long as they look good, going into playoffs, that's all that matters. The Bills need this more than the Eagles do.
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to go because the Bills need it more than the Eagles. That's only why.
I'm going to go with Buffalo as well. I think that Philadelphia, while they had their bounce back game against the Commanders, this is going to be a tougher task. Last home game in Buffalo. Fans are going to go bananas. Fans will probably have their shirts off in the cold. And I think the Buffalo Bills are still a better team. Ming?
Yeah. Bills D looked pretty bad last week. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I got to give the home field advantage. You play at Highmark.
Last game.
With Bills Nation, the weather, and so I give the edge to the Buffalo Bills.
All right, Jewel.
Definitely the Bills.
Oh yeah, and their last home game.
Last home game.
They moved to the new stadium.
They moved to the new stadium that Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, built. That she put funding in.
Oh boy.
Next up we got Ming.
Bears at 49ers.
Ooh.
Sunday Night Football. You know what? I can't even say this. I'm going with the Bears. The Bears. Carl?
I'm going with the Niners, man. And the Niners, here's the same thing. If the Niners win Monday, next week against Seattle is for the number 1 seed in the NFC.
That's true.
So I'm going with the Niners. Niners have a lot to play for also, dude. So I'm going with the Niners, man.
I agree with Carl. Niners look pretty good this week.
All right. Julio.
49ers.
49ers. So I'm the odd
With
one
you,
out.
Carl.
I'm the odd one out here. All right. And then Monday Night Football. Ming.
I got the Rams at the Atlanta Falcons.
Rams.
I'm going with an upset, dude. I'm going with the Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons.
Carl may be right here, but I'm gonna agree with you, Matt. LA Rams.
I'm with you too, Matt. Rams.
Okay, so those are the games for Week 17, and if Julio is right on a lot of these games, we might even have him back on the show at one point. But one thing I want to say to people before we head off, this has been a year of cosmic proportions, and obviously we can't thank Ming Chen, the man producing, enough for allowing us to stay intact. You know, we started this show late 2024, but we didn't really celebrate it because we didn't get a full year in. It was like anything that was like a month and a half, so it wasn't really much. So Ming, thank you very much, and obviously the guys.
Anytime, I love you guys. I love you.
Love
You're
too,
awesome.
Man.
You're awesome.
And
You're
to the guys at 107.7 The Bronx Router University Radio, thank you for allowing us to expand this platform and continue more work. 2026 is going to be a really fun year. One thing I've said is that 2025, a lot of great things have come my way. 2026 is all about the year of expanding.
That's right.
And expanding, we shall do with this. expanding we shall do with other things, whether it be life, whether it be anything like improving your skills in sports, whatever. Like it's all about expanding. If you had a good year in 2025, great. Now expand it in 2026.
Expand.
So happy New Year and Merry Christmas to every single one of you who are tuning in. And like SpongeBob SquarePants always says, old people are the greatest. They are full of wisdom and experience. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We will see you next year.